Hi everyone, I'm Rose. Welcome to my channel, Cooking with Rose International Cuisine. Today I'm very happy to show you how to make some delicious boneless chicken curry with coconut milk. And this dish will serve 6 to 8 people. First, what you're going to need is you're going to need 2 pounds of boneless chicken breasts, and then you're going to need some marinade to go with that. It's a quick marinade, and that will require 1 teaspoon of ginger powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, half a teaspoon chili powder, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Other ingredients are 4 teaspoons minced garlic, 1 small green chili minced, 4 bay leaves, 3-inch cinnamon stick, some star anise, and about 3 or 4 cardamoms and 3 or 4 cloves. You also will need 3 stalks of green onion minced, about half a cup of parsley minced, 2 tablespoons coriander, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon curry powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala, half teaspoon chili powder, and half teaspoon turmeric. You also are going to need 2 cups of baby carrots, 2 large tomatoes, and roughly chop them up, oil for cooking, some ghee butter and water, also 2 very large onions roughly chopped, 2 large potatoes cut into about 2-inch cubes, and then lastly 1 13-ounce can of coconut milk, and of course salt to taste. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to gently mix all these spices for the rub and put them on the chicken, and then I'm going to sear the chicken in the pan just to get a nice color. So gently just put the spices onto the chicken and just kind of smear everything on it. And I have a big pot here, and I'll be cooking my curry in this big, deep wok. I'm heating it up right now. I'm going to put a little bit of cooking oil. And once this is heated, we're going to sear the chicken. And the reason why I do it this way is so that this chicken breast will be flavorful, and also it gives a very nice color. We're going to probably cook this maybe about 2-3 minutes per side on high heat. Just to get that nice color that we want, and then set them aside, and then later we'll slice them. Now you can use other parts of chicken. If you want to use chicken thighs, that's fine too, but I love chicken breasts, and chicken breasts sometimes tend to be a little bit bland. So this is why I like to season it a little bit. Oh, that looks wonderful. I'm going to flip the chicken. And maybe cook it for about 2 more minutes. And then we're going to set them aside. And remember, the chicken breast will continue cooking in the curry. So this is just to get a little bit of color. And I think we're done. I'm going to set them aside. And then in the same pot, we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of ghee butter. If you want to try to start cooking Indian food, you want to get some ghee butter. That's a very common butter that a lot of Indians and people that love Indian food use. And it gives a special aroma to Indian dish. Ghee butter is not only used in food like curry, but a lot of times we also use ghee butter in desserts and things like that. So while that is heating up, I'm going to saute the bay leaves, the chili, and the cinnamon sticks. Give them a stir. And just stir it for a few seconds, just to have the aroma. And then about a few seconds later, all you're going to do is add the onions in here. And stir again for a few seconds. Add the tomatoes. In this dish, the onions and the tomatoes makes up most of the curry sauce. So this is your base ingredient. Just give them a stir. And the reason why they're chopped roughly like this is that we're going to puree these two vegetables in the next couple of minutes. They're looking good. The onion is becoming translucent. We're going to be pureeing them in a few minutes. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to actually grab the bay leaves and the cinnamon stick out of that and remove them. Oops. Here's one bay leaf. And if you have one other bay leaf in there, that's okay. But you definitely want to remove the cinnamon sticks before you put them in a blender or a food processor. Okay, I think I have the cinnamon sticks and all the bay leaves removed. I'm going to turn it off, remove it from the fire, and pour all that into another container. Have them pureed, and then we'll be back. Yeah, it is a lot. I got the vegetables in a blender. Just a little tip, I use a lot of blenders and I love Ninja the best, and I have a big one and a small one. So if you're interested in this one, check my link below. So all you have to do is puree it for a few seconds. And that's it, it is done. In the pot here, I have 2 tablespoons of ghee butter heated up, and then we're going to go ahead and saute the cardamom, star anise, and cloves, and put back in the bay leaves and cinnamon sticks. Saute that for just a few seconds. And then pour in the tomato and onion puree. Give it a stir. Go ahead and also add the garlic. Give it a stir. At this time, you can go ahead and add all the spices: coriander, curry powder, cumin, turmeric, garam masala, and chili powder. Stir them in. I'm also going to add the vegetables at this point. You have 2 cups of potatoes. 2 cups of baby carrots. Stir them in. And while this is maybe cooking for about 2 or 3 minutes, we're going to slice the chicken. I put the lid on to help with the process. And we're going to slice the chicken to maybe about 2-inch chunks. You can slice it any size you want, but 2-inch chunks would be about perfect for this dish, given the size of the potatoes and the carrots. See how it's doing? They look wonderful. Give it a stir. Let's add in the chicken. I'm going to cook this for maybe about 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to add in the coconut oil. Put the lid back on. At about medium heat. The chicken and the potatoes have been cooking now for about 5 minutes. We're going to add the coconut milk, about 1 whole can, 13-ounce coconut milk, and also the chopped green onions. Give it a stir. At this point, check for taste. You want to add salt. So I'm going to just give it a little taste. It tastes delicious. It doesn't need a lot of salt. I'm just going to add just a little bit. Probably going to add about 1 teaspoon. We can always add a little bit later if needed to. That should be good. Stir a little bit more. I believe the consistency of this is perfect. I don't think I need to add any water or anything to it. And then now all I have to do is put the lid back on, turn it down to like low heat, and cook this for maybe about 15 to 20 minutes until it's done. It's been about 25 minutes since we poured the coconut milk into the pot, and this curry is done. So let's check it out. I'm going to pour the last garnishing, which is the parsley. I'm going to stir it a little bit. And it looks like the consistency is perfect. Turn off the stove. And this curry is ready to be served. Wow, look at that. Curry is great to eat with rice or any kind of bread or Indian bread. Perfect. And I don't have to add any water or anything extra. It is perfect the way it is. Potatoes, the chicken, the carrots, they're cooked and tender, but not overly cooked. And curry will taste even better the next day when all the seasoning have soaked in. Look at that. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is delicious that you can serve at any time. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and see you soon.